What's up, guys? Uppy here, and today we got a very special video. We encounter the Butcher in Diablo 4 beta. I have seen tons of videos talking about this guy. Again, haven't played Diablo until coming into this beta. Asmongold made a video about a guy. I think it was one of the first. I forget what they're called, but the level 100 Paragon guys soloing the Butcher, and he used a tower. If you don't know what the towers are, you can pick them up in dungeons. They give you special abilities. He picked up the artillery tower. It does a mass amount of damage, and it was still a tough solo. Asmongold himself died to it in the 1v1. All these top-notch Diablo players, I mean, for God's sakes, like I said, the one guy was a previous Paragon 100 in Diablo 3, and it was seemed to be a feat that this boss was killed. And I have been talking a lot of game about being the top geared player in the beta, and I'm going to show you exactly what my character did against this Butcher. And I guess we can use this to find out whether I was right or wrong. Let's stay tuned. Before we get started, I have my updated character screen from the last video. Every legendary has made it to rank 3 now. Again, best powers my rogue could possibly have on all of those. They're not just legendaries. I'm basically max ranked at this point, unless I want to spend 200k gold per upgrade. This is as good as it gets, right? The beta's gone now, so we're going to go hop over and see. Before we get started, also, this is my completion that I've accomplished here in the beta. Let me show some of this stuff off for you guys. Sorry, I have my Twitch overlays on, so let me turn some of this stuff off so you can see great. Alright, so you see I've accomplished all 7 waypoints, all 3 strongholds complete, almost every single side quest available, all 77 zones unlocked, and 22 out of 23 dungeons. I've done every dungeon I can. The last dungeon is tied to a side quest, so I have to find it. I'll have to do that when the beta comes back out for open beta, but every dungeon I was able to do was accomplished. And then here, let's get right into the dungeon. I'm going to commentate a little bit and tell you guys what my thought process was coming into this. So, if you don't know about the Butcher is a mob that spawns randomly in any dungeon. He's a boss, and he's actually widely renowned as the hardest boss in the beta. Every single person I've talked to or looked up anything about this mob is saying that like the hardest encounter you can get into inside the beta. And you see here we got a treasure goblin. Look at this. If you guys are wondering if those guys are coming back, we actually picked up a treasure goblin in this beta as well, which was really cool. But anyway, so the Butcher he's very hard to farm. He's very hard to find, right? He's random. He's just going to take the place of a mob in a dungeon. You're going to be doing something. You're trying to get a quest done. You're not even looking for the Butcher. And all of a sudden, you walk into a room, and this insane mob spawns. He's from previous Diablo games. The crazy thing about the Butcher is this is probably the hardest mob. Actually, there's no probably. This is the hardest mob I fought inside the beta. It's insane. The guy's damage output is very high. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm gonna let you guys, obviously get to see how I handled him. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit in the dungeon here. Maybe we'll go through this mob pack really quick, and then we'll skip ahead. But yeah, I've been talking a lot of game. I know I have about my rogue and my rogue's gear and my rogue's damage. So it's time to put it to the test for any critics out there who may think I'm full of crap, or I'm just saying a lot of the things I say, for attention, whatever it might be. It's time to put it to the test. Hardest mob in the beta right here spawns in this dungeon, and I'm going to go toe-to-toe with him as a melee class. I don't get to stand in the back with slows and ice novas and fire down range on him. I'm going to be standing on top of this guy's head and just max DPSing this guy, and we're going to see what happens. My single target is probably as high as it gets in this game right now, and I'm going to show you. If you watch, I would encourage you to go watch the Asmongold video of, like I said, it was the world's first Paragon. That's what he called him. So the guy who was the world's first 100 Paragon fought this guy in the beta, and the fight was longer. I don't want to spoil anything. Again, and he had a pillar. The pillars you can get inside dungeons that make you radiate damage, shoot arrows. I'm going to go head-to-head with this guy with nothing, with none of that. Just walk straight up to him and fight him. And I think you'll be very shocked to see the damage that this class puts out. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. I had to hunt down 2 mobs. I had to kill 2 mobs to advance. Couldn't find them, so it took me a few minutes. I have a bad tendency of skipping mobs in dungeons because, quite frankly, once you're at this level of gear, you know, there's not a lot you're looking for. So anytime I can skip mobs, I usually tend to. And this right here is going to play a big factor into the fight with the Butcher. I used my ultimate right there, as you saw. Um, I run the Death Trap Shadow ultimate. I told you guys I made my own build. I use straight shadow damage. I'm geared for shadow damage. I'm spec'd. I'm gemmed. I'm everything for shadow damage. So my ultimate's a big part of my go. And look, I come rolling in this room. It's not even the end of the dungeon, and here he is. You can see I'm a little starstruck. I took a few seconds to realize, oh shit, it's the Butcher. And we're gonna go right in, man. We're popping our shields. We're getting on our legendaries really early. We're gonna stand in our absorb shield. We come out of it for a quick second. We get back into it. Look at this guy's health. I really want you to watch the video of the level 100 Paragon fighting this guy. With no pillar, I'm taking this boss out faster than he did with a pillar. And that's not me talking shit. I don't want to, you know, oh, he's throwing shade. I'm very appreciative of myself and my character and the work that we put in the beta. Like, you're going to see when this fight ends. Like, you know, rogues are very go-based. See, I take a few seconds. I don't do any damage. I kite it out. I get my buttons back. And look, his health is just evaporating. Hardest boss in the beta, and his health is looking like an ad right now. He is just getting absolutely annihilated. We're going to shadow step the charge here. It's going to be really pretty. You ready? Shadow step the charge. And that last bit of health isn't nothing to the shadow damage rogue. And we put him down. If you can see, I am at full life. I'm at 5 out of 5 potions with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potions around the room. So I have an available 11 potions available to me when that fight ended. 1v1, no pillar against the hardest boss in the beta with 11 available potions. That boss goes down. You tell me. You tell me if you found anybody in the beta doing this kind of damage. I would love to see some clips because, you know, I would love to see other people's theory crafting and what they accomplished. But yeah, this is what probably a good 40 hours worth of beta gameplay looks like. This is the peak, guys. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Down goes the Butcher, hardest boss, my butt, man. That guy got his butt kicked. But again, thank you for watching. Love and peace to everybody. Take it easy.